go, baby.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Tanek127 and welcome back to Tanek FPS. And guys, in today's video, I want to talk to you all about Hakwed and give you all some of my recommended settings and stuff like that. But before we get into today's video, I do want to give a special shout out and a special thank you to My.Games for sponsoring today's video of Hakwed. For those who don't know, I am a long-term Skyforge partner on my MMO channel. This is the same company that made Skyforge, and I've been, diving into the shooter stuff like that, and I obviously, wanted to partner up with them for Hakwed as well. Hakwed is right now free to play on PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms, and PC. And thanks to My.Games and good faith that, a lot of you guys will check my content and stuff out after this guide, I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 cosmic capsules that'll hook you up with some boosters here in the game. If you want to win these, all you have to do is use the code I'm giving out here on the screen and go to playhakwed.com/promo code and make sure you log in with your appropriate platform and just use the code. Let me know who gets it down in the comments below, and good luck. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about our Hakwed settings today. So there isn't too much crazy things to do with your settings in Hakwed and stuff like that. I do not believe 120 Hz support is here yet on consoles. I am playing on PlayStation 5 and I don't see the option, but however my capture card does diminish that. So I'm not 100% sure. If the option is here, I would obviously recommend for you to turn that on. If it's not, I would definitely say, when they do bring this feature out, make sure you activate that if you have a 120 Hz monitor and are compatible using that setting. 120 FPS makes a world of difference, especially in shooters. It's kind of a no-brainer. Now, audio, mine's at 10% because I'm making this video. I tried recording this before, and the music in this game is just very loud. It overrid my voice. So with that tip in mind, make sure you guys adjust your in-match music volume and the riff-wake music volume. Well, the riff-wake probably isn't a big deal because it's just a hub. But your in-match music volume, tone that down some just to make sure you can hear sound effects better, like footsteps, gunshots, and stuff like that. Because the music in this game is naturally loud. Now, for controller settings, this is where, I'm going to get a little bit interesting into things. I do have a controller scheme I recommend if you play a lot of third-person shooters that have been out for the past couple years. Relatively, especially Fortnite. If you play Fortnite, I would say use configure scheme number 2. It is the closest thing to most third-person shooters that are out right now. The whole, using the right stick to crouch and stuff like that. Right stick is also going to be your shoulder swapping button. I do want to say, make sure you guys have that button in a comfortable place. I'll give you an example why here in a second. But I just found this scheme most comfortable to me. Use whatever controller scheme you want, and you can also 100% customize, your controller scheme. So don't feel tied to any one scheme or anything like that because I said so, or your favorite YouTuber says so, or whatever. Play what's comfortable for you. That's how you're going to learn. By your comfort level, not somebody else. And I'll say that same thing with sensitivity. As you guys see here, mine's on 30%. I'm gonna go ahead and rise mine just a bit. I personally like keeping both of my sensitivities at the same percent. That's just me. One thing I would recommend if you want to learn to play at a higher sensitivity, don't listen to people when they just say, "Oh, use this because it feels the best." No. Bump your sensitivity up a little bit at a time. Let's say play 3 or 4 days at 30 sensitivity, then bump yourself up to 34, 35, and then wait a few days and bump yourself up to 40 or something like that. So a little tip an old buddy of mine told me, and it's always worked well for me, getting me higher sensitivity rates, and it works pretty good for people. Feedback power, this I would personally recommend turning off. The adaptive triggers and stuff like that on the PS5, they're cool, innovative, it's a nice feature or whatever, but at the end of the day, I just think it's something else that will hinder your gameplay and be distraction. So I would just say turn the feedback off. And like I said before, make sure your shoulder swapping is in a comfortable position. Let me go ahead and show you guys why that is. Because third-person shooters is all about cheeky angles. If I have somebody that's over here in this area that I want to aim at, and I come to this wall, I can't see them by default. But guess what? If I swap shoulders, boom, I can get that angle now. So, you know, having an easy place to swap shoulders, always a no-brainer. Anyway, guys, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for my tips and tricks here on Hawked. If today's guide helped you, make sure you smash that like button. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Have a good one.